Welcome to the episode of the Talks Pop podcast. As always, I am one of your co-hosts, Walter, affectionately known as Pop.
And I'm the other host, Wanye, also known as Son.
So before we start this episode, I want to say this, right? So we're going to attack a very serious topic, but we're going to bring a little humor to it, right? So I'm going to ask you all a question. Who do you think cheats more, men or women? What do statistics say? What do you think?
It's really hard to say, but if I would say who does it more, just through my lifetime of, seeing both sides, I would say probably men, most definitely.
Okay. So this is my opening question. What do statistics say about who cheats more, men or women? What do you think statistics say?
Like I said, probably men. I will go men.
So I'm going to give you a statistic, right? The statistics say in 2023, 50% of women had a backup plan.
Oh, what the? I believe that.
And in 2024, it's saying that 70% of women have a backup plan. That's what the statistics say.
But it does make sense, though. It does make sense.
Okay.
My next question would be, what are the common reasons you think women cheat in relationships?
I think the common reason why women cheat are because I think communication. I think once the communication break down and they don't feel as though they're as important to the man as they should be, I think that gives them a reason to cheat. Right? I think for women it's more emotional. In my opinion, I believe for women it's more emotional.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think women cheat more, most definitely out of emotion more than just, men just do it. We got our reasons to say the least, but
no, for sure.
I think most definitely women definitely cheat more so out of emotion than men, I would say.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. Why do you think men cheat?
I think we cheat out of some men. I won't say all men, but I think we cheat more so out of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Boredom.
Okay. Boredom with your current situation or what?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how long you with that person, you can be with somebody a long time and, they don't like to try new things or they don't like to, expand on what y'all got going on from that point on. So, some people get bored, and like I said, it's opportunity that presents itself that, what I'm saying, you gotta be a man about it. You either gonna go outside your business or, what I'm saying, stay solid.
I think I know this is your question, but I think like for my generation, it used to be this thing that the people used to say. They used to say a man is only as faithful as his options.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
I don't know if that's still true, but I believe it is. But think about it. In your opinion, do you think that's true? Are you only as faithful as your options?
Yeah, I agree. Because again, a lot of people put themselves in situations where opportunities apply. Other than not going because you know better, because it's opportunity out there. So yeah, for sure, it's definitely. I definitely 100% agree with that for sure. And then again, I also think another reason why people get unattracted to their spouse through time, because a lot of people let themselves go within the relationship.
That's real, and that's men and women, right? Because it's a lot of men out here. For sure. Because we're not just gonna beat up on the women, right?
No.
But it's a lot of men out here that let themselves go, but then they want the baddest thing walking. Yeah, but then they want a 10.
Yeah.
Be realistic. Yeah. And I'm going to add on to what you said. I'm going to look at it from my age range, right? And maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just what I feel about it. I feel as though once you get a little older, you've been through some things, you've been through some relationships, and you kind of, your mind kind of changes, right? Because it's always going to be opportunity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you jump from opportunity to opportunity, you in the long run, you're going to be by yourself.
Yeah.
So I believe you're young, your generation is young. I believe once you get a certain age, I don't believe it's about opportunities. I think it's about once you figure out what you want. I think once you find that, I think you stick to it. And listen, and there are exceptions to every rule, right? There are some guys your age that feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
And there's guys my age that are doing what you're doing, right? Jumping from opportunity to opportunity.
Okay, this is first thing. Okay, perfect thing. What role does opportunity play in infidelity?
Man, I like we said earlier, I think opportunity plays a big role. But I think also the person's mentality
going into the situation
plays a big role. Like I said before, I'm gonna speak for myself. Yeah, like I'm in a relationship and of course Are you going to see things better? Absolutely. The grass is always green on the other side of the fence, right?
Yeah.
So there's always going to be somebody better.
Yeah.
Or somebody that has something that you like, right? But at the same time, is it worth losing what you already have?
And what you built.
And yeah, exactly. And what you built for that thing. Because listen, it go the other way too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, it's plenty of dudes out here look better than me or better than you, better than, the person they with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they could do the same thing.
True.
You know what I mean? True. So, it ain't no fun when the rabbit get the gun, right?
Yeah. It definitely plays its part for sure, because like you said, it goes both ways for sure. But like you said, it's the mentality going into the situation. If they looking for trouble, you'll find it for sure.
I agree with what you're saying, but I also agree with the fact that it's all about where that person is mentally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
How do cultural differences impact cheating behaviors? Let's say between Hispanic and Afro-Americans. Mm-hmm. Or white people. How do you think cultural differences affect the way either men or women cheat?
Our culture, we'll see a lot of drama. You know what I'm saying? You see a lot of drama, and you're going to deal with a lot of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whoever dealing with that situation. But opposed to, again, like you said, Hispanics Hispanics still have their ways too. Again, white people, I don't like to say that, but, white people, whatever, they're not going to experience... They're going to experience it like that, but it's not going to be like that just due to the fact that they're raised with to be more proper in situations like that. You know what I'm saying? Hold yourself more accountable than, you know what I'm saying, just outraging like we would do.
I don't know. If I had to answer that same question, I think, like, just looking at it from a cultural thing, right? So, let's say Hispanic culture. Like, in Hispanic culture, men are very macho and very out front and the woman has to be submissive. And so growing up, I could see, I didn't grow up with my dad, so I'm just saying what I saw from other people.
Right.
So growing up, I could see dads kind of encouraging, kids like, hey, it's okay. Like, you're the man, get out there. But it's very similar in the Afro-American community, right? Yeah. Or black community. It's very, and I'm not saying in all cases, I'm just saying I could understand how maybe culturally they see it differently.
Right.
Because, and then it's all about the experience. And honestly, I think it's more about the person's experience. Like, say, my experiences, right? So what did I grow up seeing? What did I think was normal? So, of course, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to pass it on to you.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's some things not even that you pass on, they just see.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right. They see it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't much you can really hide when it's, you know what I'm saying, your emotion, they're there, they see the situation. Like, kids put stuff together real easy, you know what I'm saying? And again, they'll take that and move it on up. Just like, you know what I'm saying? They just take it with them and be like, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it. They think, you know what I'm saying, this is how you're supposed to deal with the situation when it happens. So when it happens, they're like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. This is how my mom dealt with it. This is how my dad dealt with it.
Nah, for sure. To me, it's not really a cultural thing. I think it's just about the environment. You could be in a white home and the dad teach the son, all he sees is the dad cheat on the mom. But then you come from Hispanic or black upbringing, and your mom and dad being together, all you see is faithfulness. So I don't think it's so much a cultural thing. I think it's just a prior experience thing. Like, what did you see? Yeah. What did that parent learn? How did they grow up?
Right. And
did they perpetuate that? In other words, did they repeat that, or did they try to be better than that? So I don't think I think culturally there are some differences there, maybe between men. The way they raise their daughters, the way they raise their sons. Because a lot of times you'll tell your son, "Hey, son, like, I'm gonna give you, like, say you." I'd be like, "Hey, go out there and get as much as you can, right?" Yeah. But then with your daughters, you're gonna be like, "Hey, no, be faithful, have one man."
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's what maybe contributes to it. Just our perception going in. For sure. Of how a young man should act and how a young woman should act.
For sure. I agree with that.
But let me ask you this. Do you think if men knew how much women cheat? Because I believe, I am of the thought that women cheat more than men. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're way smarter than us.
Yeah. I feel like they put more into it.
Right.
Not to be caught.
Listen, a woman, and I think we said this before in the podcast, and once again, this might be an unpopular opinion, but this is how I genuinely feel. A woman could be in the same room with a guy that they sleeping with, and you will never know unless the other guy say something.
Yeah.
Us. Yeah. Me. Well, let me say me. Me, I'm in a room with my girl, and I see somebody that I'm cheating with. Boy, I'm suspicious. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think if men knew how much women cheat, they would cheat the way they do?
I feel like they would stop. I feel like men would stop cheating. Probably so. Just due to the fact it's like her openly admitting that to me, I wouldn't be able to. Right. I wouldn't be able to take that for sure.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't think anymore. I don't think it's a gender thing anymore because there's a lot of women these days that move like men. Women should express themselves however they want to express themselves, right? So I'm not here to judge one way or another. You do what you do, right? But I'm just saying, like, a lot of women out here have male tendencies. The way they move, the way they communicate. Shit, they out here conquering. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But at the same token, there's a lot of men out here like women. They want to be kept. You know, a woman got to pay the bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like it's like a total reversal of roles in a lot of cases. Yeah. Do you see that?
Yeah, like in today's society, most definitely. It wasn't like that before. Now, yes. In this current situation, yes. In this time, most definitely, because it's a lot of women moving with no emotion. You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. I mean, men do it, of course, but you know what I'm saying? Men, that's expected. But a female moving with no emotion, that's a dangerous woman.
But listen, that's where we at.
Yeah.
And okay, so I'm gonna ask you this: do you think men are the cause of that? Do you think men have caused women to start moving like that?
Yes.
In your generation?
Yes, because like you said, some of them have made it that easy for them to come at them like that, and they're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? And especially money-wise. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of women have the attitude of, well, if you don't do that, someone else will. Because 9 out of 10, they already got somebody doing that. They trying to find more and more, but again, that's the same thing we do. If you really look at it, right. We go female to female, see who got the most, and what they can do, what benefits us in certain, you know what I'm saying, in certain situations. So it's like you said, it's like they're doing what we do, but it's just the time we in right now. That's just the way to look at it.
So you saying the reason women cheat more is because they have more financial gain in it? That's what you're saying?
Not all situations, but yeah, most definitely.
Break that down.
I'm just saying more so in this generation of dating, looking to date,
right? And
why it's probably hard to date. Yeah, most definitely. It's a money thing. Like, it's money. Like, if you ain't got the money, a lot of women are not even gonna stop to talk to you unless you're paying them. Like, I've been out somewhere,
right,
trying to talk to a female, and that's the first thing that come out of her mouth. You gonna give me some money? No, no, no.
I'm gonna look at the other side of that. This is why we need to have a female voice on this panel, right?
Right.
Because I don't want to feel like I'm sticking up for women all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to feel like I'm bashing them all the time either, right? Sure. So I will say this. There is a big perception out there that because women are chasing money, that they'll hook up with not anybody, but they'll gravitate to the dudes. They got money, right? Yes. But there are a lot of women out here that aren't like that. It's a lot of women out here are putting in the work and listen. Most definitely. They don't need nothing from you but you.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you a big thing. That's a big turnoff for some men.
I don't know why, but yeah.
To have a woman that really don't need them.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
It's a challenge though.
Yeah, it is a challenge, but think about it. Think about it. Like if you and I find myself in this category, I'm going to tell you for a minute, right? Because I was used to being a provider all the time, right? I ran into someone that I didn't really need to provide for. They could provide for themselves. It's almost like you lose a sense of control in a sense, right? Because if you mess with somebody that kind of, I'm not saying they depend on you, but they kind of need you, they just can't pick up and leave.
Right.
But when you mess with someone that is independent, and they can pick up their stuff and leave at any time and don't need no help from you. And a lot of times, that's a brain. It messes us up, because we lost that sense of control.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that because that's why I don't want a situation like that where I'm 100% in control because whatever I say goes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want it to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to have a situation, because like you said, mentally that can mess somebody up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to be like that, but understand, as a man, that's my natural habitat. That would be a hard situation for me to be in and not be dominant. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess this whole time we've been talking about kind of like how psychologically it's easier for women to cheat, right? Yeah. And I believe your answer to that was like, men make it financially easy for a woman to cheat, right?
Yes.
This is just how I feel about it. You know, they might like the guy does everything, but the guy can't provide them the kind of life they want.
Exactly.
Like so, but they got enough
person for years.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like years, like 10 plus years, and they could run into somebody 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Their whole attitude changed because they met somebody with a lot more that could give them a lot more opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Some women would really throw that away just for opportunity.
Let's flip it, right? So it's a lot of men out here that they can have a woman at home,
for sure,
fine, got a good job, does everything, but then we'll see somebody look better. A lot of times they don't even look better. It's just the opportunity is there, right?
Yes.
And we'll screw that up.
And it's the test in the web. Like,
exactly,
you know
right?
What I'm saying?
Yeah, because we get a little attention, or sometimes they might look better, right? We could mess with this person over here, have no attachment to them. I could do what I want to do and I could bounce.
Right.
I ain't got to heal her problems. I ain't got to do none of that. I can just do what I need to do when I'm out the door, right? And she cool with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So by that same token, men will mess up a good situation because of that. Just because something came along, made itself available, and we jumped on it.
Yeah.
And with no, we didn't need to do it.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Yeah.
So yeah. So let me ask you this: what do you think would happen if you approached a woman and just straight up honest with her and say, "Hey, listen, I want you my person, but I want to see other women." What do you think? How do you think a woman would react? Like most women would react.
This is my first time talking to her, or this
is somebody y'all getting to know each other.
Okay. I would say like, I mean, I personally don't think she would go for it, just for the simple fact we still feeling each other out.
Right.
But that's the best policy though. It's just to be open and honest with it, because you never know. You really never know. I mean, she could mess around like girls too. You know what I'm saying? She might be on the same page you on, but I really couldn't tell you how that conversation would go, because I myself am not that bold to have that conversation with somebody.
Okay, so here go another. So what if a woman approaches you? Like you talk to, you got a girl. Y'all talking, y'all getting to know each other. Y'all trying to get serious. You want a relationship with her. She says, "Hey, listen, I'm with you. I'm vibing, but I want to see other people too."
As far as like other men?
Yeah, other men, other women, whatever.
Nah, I ain't going for that one.
Sure. But why though? But why? Okay, so if now I'm sure if it was the other way around, she'd be like, "Hey, look, you can mess with me. You can mess with whoever you want to mess with. I'm cool with that.
Most definitely.
You'll be good."
Yes.
But why can't it go the other way?
Because mentally, I can't do that. Mentally headstrong, I can't do that. I can't allow me knowing I'm doing what I'm doing with you, and then you can still go do that with somebody else openly.
Yeah.
Nah. Because we could do this, and then I could go home, go to sleep, wake up, have videos of you out in the club with somebody else, knowing I was just with you like before I went to sleep.
But does that say more about her, or that's because listen, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie and say that I could be in a situation where, hey, she openly told me that, look, I want to be with you, but I want to be with other guys. That's not happening, right? But did that say more about her, or did that say more about us? And is that contributing to why men and women cheat, right? Because if that's what you want, I'll answer the question first. Do you think that contributes to why men and women cheat because they can't be honest?
Yes. Honestly, yes. There's a lot of people, even with their partner, are not open as they should be. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a bar right there. That's
sure.
the real deal right there.
Because it's like, that's your person. You gotta be able to tell them what you like, what you don't like, you know what I'm saying? And that's in every asset. What you eat, what you do, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be able to tell your partner what you like and what you don't like. Because then again, you could mess up what you have because someone else is telling you, "Oh, I know how to do this," knowing your girl don't know how to do it, or she don't like doing it, so she don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's, again, that's what you gotta be headstrong for. To answer your question, yes, 100%. I think that definitely affects relationships.
No, I 100% agree as well, right? Because I think we talked about this before, maybe on a podcast, where how can you expect me to do something for you or fulfill a need if I don't know what the need is?
Exactly.
Right, and I think that's the reason why men and women cheat, because maybe a woman's into something that she doesn't want, that she's ashamed to share with that man.
Exactly.
So he goes and finds somebody else to do it, or the same thing. Maybe a man is down with some stuff, and he's ashamed. He don't want to tell her, If you just mess with it, you just mess with it. It doesn't make
Yeah.
a difference one way or another. But if that's your person, you have to talk. You have to communicate. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Nope. Exactly. Because exactly what you said. You don't know until you ask, and no one knows until you tell them. So,
nah, that is real.
It's just like that, honestly. My question to you is, how much do you think social media affects cheating in relationships?
Oh man. We talk about social. Every conversation we have goes back to social media, and I'm gonna take it's real because, and I keep comparing it to when I grew up.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't so readily available. Yes, were there women all over Miami? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But if you didn't run in the same circles, you kind of had to stay in your pool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you go here, there, everywhere, all over the city, and you might meet people, but that's just your pool was smaller.
Right. Very much.
Right
smaller.
Now. Listen, man, like you have access to people all around the world. Yeah. You know, that you would never have access to. You know what I'm saying? So I think that kind of messed up the game. It helped the game. It's also more temptation.
Yes.
And not just for men, for women as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think social media, man, has changed the game. And I think it has changed the game forever. Yeah. I don't think it's ever going to be the same.
Nah.
And I believe you have to be very strong-willed, man, like, to really be out here and be faithful. And I'm talking about men or women.
Yes.
Because listen, man, you can find whatever you want on the internet. It's like a grocery store, right? You know what I'm saying? You want somebody tall, dark skinned, whatever, you can find it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think social media has changed the game.
Yeah. But that's what makes it hard, though. Like, how do you stay solid through so much easy access to people?
How could you do it? I mean, you late 20s, right? How do you? Or let me ask you this: are you in a position where you even want to be with one person?
Yes. It's like you said. I think I'm getting to that point where like I know what I want, mm-hmm. but I'm like stuck in the middle because like I could go either way. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's like I'm getting to that age where it's like I definitely want to have one person sooner than later, most definitely. But at this point right now. Yeah, I can say I could really sit down, but like, how would I?
Yes, how? That's the question. How would you, with all the temptation, with all the everything out here, how do you think you could remain?
I think I would literally, really, really like seriously, like no joke. I would probably have to delete like all my social medias. If like that's really the one I want to be with, because like you said, I know how easy it is to access somebody I used to talk to. You know, somebody I used to mess around. You know what I'm saying? Like. I would just have to be like my messages is who I talk to,
right?
Who I communicate with. Like in my phone, like you have to have my number. Because if I go through social media, it's gonna be my mind gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So if I was serious with somebody, I really, but I would want them to do the same though. Like I want them to be like, you know, I don't want to do the social, because I don't want to do the social media thing. When you mad at me, you go on social media. You know, we both on social media. You know what I'm saying? So it's like how I would handle that. I would delete all my social media.
But is that realistic though? That's not taking away. That's not really solving the problem. That's giving you less access.
And that's what I want to do for myself.
But you don't need social media to go out here and meet somebody. You go to the grocery store.
Yes,
but find somebody to cheat with.
But that goes more so of me going out my way. You know what I'm saying? It like I would literally have to go out my way for that interaction. Like say she dropped her keys, I pick them up. Cool. Mm. You know, thank you. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. Have a nice day. Right. Cool. Boom. Now, if I go on and on, okay, how you know I like your skirt? You know what I'm saying? Right. You're going outside your way to, you're going outside. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying?
But okay, so once again, I'm sure the other side of that. Okay, I understand that what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
You know, if you get rid of social media, your pool is smaller. Now you have to go out your way to really pursue. Right. But what if she pursuing? What if you go to the grocery store, she drop her keys, you give it to her, and you go to walk away, and she start a conversation. And she start talking.
That's cool, but that's up to you to be like, you know, well, I do got an old lady at home. You know what I'm saying? Now, she continue, even after you hit her with that. At that point, it's really up, she like, that's really your choice. Like, it's going to be very hard to tame yourself, but at that point, you got to stand on your words. I got an old lady at home.
But you could have did that when, you know what I'm saying, when you dropped your keys and you started having a conversation, it should have clicked in your head like, oh, you know, I got an old lady at home.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If she goes that far, if she got somebody, that's her going out her way. But again, if it's you, you gotta stand on your. That's all you really can say at that point. I got an old lady. If they keep yapping, you can repeat yourself so much way. At one point, you should be like, "Well, have a nice day." You know what I'm saying? Go out.
But how many people are gonna really do that?
And that's why I said that's what make it hard. But again,
yeah.
I will feel bad being caught. I'll feel worse being caught in that situation than being caught talking to somebody or texting somebody on my phone through social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will feel bad. Like, that would make me feel bad because I know I went out my way for this to happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then if I got caught doing that, I would feel 10 times worse. Like, I wouldn't have no words. Like, I would literally stand on whatever my discipline is at that point. Because I went out my way for this to happen.
No, I get that. And you know, listen, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I just have a different perspective.
It's just hard.
And maybe because I'm older, right? But this
how would you handle that?
Well, this is my true. I'm about to tell you. This is my true feeling right here. A woman can't stop from cheating.
No.
A man can't stop a woman from cheating, just like a woman can't stop a man from cheating.
Right.
You have to want to not cheat.
Yeah.
A woman can't make you change who you are. She can make you want to change.
Yeah.
But you have to want to change.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So whether you have social media, and I agree with you, the social media assists in you finding something other than what you're in, right? Yes. But you gotta want to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Because
social media or not, if you don't want to do it anymore, then you won't do it.
But the temptation.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You have to be ready, in my opinion, right? And maybe I'm speaking for me. This is my thing. Like, I don't care what I see on social media now. Like, at my age, like I'm done. Listen, I done did enough cheating, right? I just don't never want to do that again. Yeah. And I'm sure it's women out there that feel the same way. Like, okay, because everybody go through their H stage. Like,
sure.
they H stage.
Yeah.
We know what H is, right? Everybody go through the H stage, men and women, you know? And I'm pretty sure there's women out there that did whatever, right? And now that it's to the point in their life that, okay, well, you know what? Like, I did it. Now it's time to settle down. But the problem with that is the double standard, right? Yeah. Because, listen, I could have slept with 40 women, and I tell somebody, like, oh, you the man. Little woman say they slept with 10 men, right? Sure. And they the biggest guard tool in the world, right? You understand what I'm saying? Is it fair? No, but that's just society.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because listen, if a woman tell me she slept with 20 men, hey, look. It was great.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
saying?
Yeah. But that's wrong though, right?
Yeah,
I get it, man. But yeah, I think to answer the question, man, I believe it isn't about social media and all that. I just believe it's about you wanting not to do it, and that's a level of maturity because it took me forever to get there.
I feel what you're saying, Father. I don't know if you understand how things work today.
No, listen, I don't.
It's so easy to spark a conversation. Like, it really don't even gotta be words. It could be emojis. Like, that can spark something that just, something you wasn't even looking for. Like, so
no, but it was the same. Okay, no, you're right. I don't know how it is now, but listen, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. Like, whatever is happening now, it done happened before in another way, right? Maybe not as,
for sure,
as big as, like I said, the pool wasn't as big.
Okay, so I will put it as far as it's a lot more easier to do it without being seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, or for y'all to communicate without being seen, or for anyone to know, or because like you say, if you had to do it, you had to do it then.
Yes.
Like, in front of wherever y'all was at, whatever you got to do. Now it's like people could be communicating, you sitting right next to them.
Yes, that's true.
You feel me? Like, you really don't even know.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's the scary part about it. Like, that's the scary part about it.
So let me ask you this. Who do you think infidelity affects more, men or women?
I would say women. That's not too hard. I think women. It hurts them emotionally. Like, they take that onto the next relationship and the next relationship, and then, man, it'll really only affect us if it hurt us for real. Like, if we really genuinely cared about that person, we really didn't want to lose that person. Women, it's like a whole different kind of hurt. Like,
no, but look at it from the, and I understand what you're saying, right? But perspective, okay, this is my person. So say you thought you met the one, and she cheated on you. And she thought she met the one, and he cheated on her. Who you think is affected more by that? Who you think is hurt more in that situation?
I think I would be biased if I said men, because I would think so off my situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How my first heartbreak went. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So biasly, I would say men.
Sure. I would agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Right? Because I think when it comes to infidelity, I believe women will forgive before a man forgives.
For sure.
So that right there will tell you, did it hurt the men more? I believe. I know if I thought I was messing with the one and I found out she cheated, I would be devastated.
Me too.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there would be no reconciliation. Like, it wouldn't be no, let's work it out, let's talk about it, let's go to counseling.
No, yeah.
Nah.
For sure.
It will never work again.
Because it would never be the same for me.
Right. Yeah. But that's what, like, a lot of women say, like, men can dish it out, but they can't take it.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I believe if men knew how much women cheat. Look, like I said, and I don't have the statistics, like, who the statistic came from. I read it somewhere. Take my word for it, right? So the city says 75% of women have a backup plan. And I'm not saying they might not necessarily be sleeping with that person, but they got a person on ice.
For sure, yeah.
Like,
and that goes where I told you, you never know who people are communicating.
Exactly.
Y'all all could be in the same room.
Emergency penis in the glass, right?
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if men knew really how much women cheat or how many opportunities they have to cheat on them, maybe we would probably stop.
Or just how much they think about cheating, like we do.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
For sure. It will blow 100%. My mind. For sure. Like, it will, yeah. I will for sure look at women.
And I am for sure. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. I am one of those people, man. Like,
me too.
You know, I've cheated on a bunch of women. I was a serial cheater back in the day. You know, I make no secret about that. I'm not proud of it either, but it was what it was, right? But listen, if I'd have found out somebody that I really cared about cheated on me, boy, I'd have been devastated.
Yeah, me too.
You understand what I'm saying? And I've been forgiven a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It ain't no forgiving.
No. Because
listen, I can never get that image out of my head.
No.
You
or even hearing it. Or whatever the case may have been.
Yes.
Like, nah.
Yes, 100%.
I would never be able to look at you in your eyes and just be like, that ain't happening.
Nah, I'm with you. I'm with you. So tell us how you feel. Tell us how you feel. You know, we would love, this is a great conversation between my son and I, but I want to know how you guys feel. If you're a man and you feel as though men cheat more because of your experiences, or if you feel that women cheat more, let us know. Get on any of our social media sites, Talks with Pop Podcast, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and hey, when we post this video, leave some comments under the video on YouTube, Talks with Pops Reloaded.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely want to hear from you guys. But here goes some questions for the audience, right? So if you have someone you know experienced infidelity in a relationship, how did it affect you? Man or woman, you know? Tell me how it affected. I know I've been through that, and I can tell you right now, it was definitely not a good feeling. No. You know what I'm saying?
I probably would never forget that feeling for sure. Yeah. Especially when you put so much into something like that and it don't work. Yeah.
But here goes something. If we know, like, cause listen, I believe everybody in the world has been. I'm assuming, right? But I think I'm pretty right. I think everybody in the world has been cheated on. Right? In one way or another. It may not have been physically. Right. It may have been emotionally. It may have been whatever, right? If you know what that feel like, why would you do that to someone else? And here go another question for the audience, right? Is there such a thing as emotional cheating? Right? Do you think, which is worse? Is cheating with someone emotionally or physically, is one higher than the other? Let's say you have a female best friend, a woman best friend.
Right.
And every time you have an issue, you run to your female best friend and tell her about it, but don't tell your girl about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's going to be, what? Like, are you serious? Yeah. You might well, you couldn't convince her that you weren't sleeping with her.
And that's why I say, for me, that would be emotionally cheating.
Yes.
Like, you here with me, but you're not with me. You like, like, everything goes over there, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to throw the question to you guys. Which one do you think is worse? Do you think emotionally cheating with someone, is there such thing as emotional cheating? Let's ask that question. Or, and if you do believe it, which one is worse? Is it physical cheating worse or emotional cheating worse? Because I'm of the mindset that I believe that if a woman sleep with a man, it's more than just sex.
Yeah.
And once again, like we've already outlined, you know, there's a lot of women out here moving like men. So maybe this isn't as true now as it was when I was growing up, right? But I still of the mindset that if a woman cheats with a man, it's more than just physical. Yeah,
because I always stuck with the term is once her head goes, her body follows. You know what I'm saying? So once she's mentally thinking about doing something with somebody, she's mentally thinking about checking out, her body's going. Once she checks out mentally, her body's going to follow.
Yeah, but men were the other way, right? Yeah. To me, well, in my case, like I could physically do something with somebody and care nothing about them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we think with the little head instead of the big head.
Yeah,
You
for
see
sure.
what I'm saying?
For sure.
So with us, it's the reverse. Like, but listen, women don't want to hear that.
No.
But that is the absolute truth. Am I saying this is the truth in every situation?
No.
Absolutely not. But what I'm telling you is, a man could sleep with a woman and feel nothing for her. That don't mean we won't sleep with her again, but we don't have to feel anything for her. Like, it's just the act for us.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your partner using social media while you guys are dating, right? Would you get upset if he liked the picture or if he commented on an ex-girlfriend's post or something like that? How do you feel about that? How do you think social media, and have you been one of the people that has been affected by someone cheating on you on social media, whether it was physical or whether it was just them chatting forth, exchanging pictures or whatever? Tell us about it. Tell us what you think about it. How can couples address issues in their relationship to prevent cheating?
Again, like we said, just honesty. Being honest and open with your partner. Like, that's really the best result you could be in, like, really wanting to understand somebody is just, or wanting somebody to understand you. You just got to be open and honest.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
That's the best policy you can go with that. Because being open and honest, you're letting them know what you want. And again, even if they don't do it correctly, you got to be openly willing to tell them, like, that's not the way I want it done. You know
that's a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And that's just, if you want any kind of respect from your partner, when it comes to it, especially that.
No, I agree.
Avoiding problems in the relationship, for sure.
I agree.
100%.
You know, I read somewhere where one of the biggest reasons that relationships don't work isn't infidelity, it isn't money, it isn't anything like that. It's uncommunicated expectations. You understand what I'm saying? So what that means is, like, I'm expecting something from my partner that she knows nothing about.
Right.
Or she's expecting something from me that I know nothing about.
Right. That do make.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the things that leads to couples cheating.
Yes. I'm with you there, 100%.
You see what I'm saying?
100%.
I know I sound real. It wasn't my quote, but I got
but that was like a ding. Like, that was one of the light moments of that. Like, dang, that dude.
Yeah,
that dude make a lot of sense.
Uncommunicated expectations.
Like, that's like right on the money. Like, I feel that 100%.
How can one rebuild their self-esteem after experiencing infidelity, right? Men or women, you know? Because listen, the first thing I thought about when I found out I got cheated on was, damn, like what was she not getting from me, or what did I do wrong, or what did he have that I didn't, right? And I know this sounds super soft, me saying that, but this. But I'm being honest. This is how I actually thought. You know what I'm saying? And it don't make you insecure, man or woman, if you think about that. I think that's a natural reaction. Like, for sure. Well, damn, like what
did I do?
Yeah, why you over there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how do you repair yourself? Like, how do you come back from that? Once again, talkswithpoppodcast@gmail.com. Email us, let us know your comment. Yeah, and get involved, man. Get involved.
I definitely want to hear the answer to that.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear that.
That last one. That was one. I definitely want to hear that one.
Like, subscribe, share, comment. We definitely want your comments either on 100%. Any of our social media platforms. We'll do a couple episodes. We'll answer viewers' questions.
Oh, yeah.
I know we said that before, but we've actually started getting questions in. So we're definitely going to answer some questions live.
Oh, yeah. Random
lives and kind of answer questions like that, right? So definitely tune in for that. But as always, once again, this is my son's second job. His first job is he a gamer, right? So give him your gamer tag.
Gamer tag would be AOYay, 2 E's, 2 O's, _yay. And I'll be on PlayStation 5, any game, really. Come check me out.
All right. And once again, tune into us on our YouTube channel, Talks with Pops Reloaded. And if you listening to it on audio, anywhere you get your audio podcast from, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, anything like that, definitely tune in. Once again, please like, share, subscribe. We always want to hear from you guys. And if you have an idea for an episode, let us know. What do you want to hear us talk about? And if you want to be a guest, let us know.
For sure. 100%.
Right?
We'll love to have you.
You know, once again, we always talk about how we need female representation up in some of these subjects. If you a woman out there, you want to get involved, you want to chop it up, hey, let us know.
We got time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll find a way to get you in. And if you're a male, you and your son want to get on here and kind of, you know, talk about your experiences or if your experiences is similar to ours or not, right? It doesn't matter. As always, son, man, you my dog. I'm riding with you till the wheels fall off, man. I love you.
Always.
And another episode in the books, man. Talks with Pop Podcast.
Another one in the books, man. Love you, Pops.
All right, we are. Love you too, man. We out.